Hey y'all, this is Philippe the Learn to Grow guy. Today we're going to talk about an illegal immigrant that migrated here back in 1916. At least that's when they were first found here. And how much damage this immigrant has been doing all over this country and especially in my garden. This is a pile of the immigrant. These are Japanese beetles, and I've been getting rid of them as fast as I can. However, this is the beginning of the season, and so therefore, I've got a long battle ahead of me all the way through August. Here's a few. This is one of them. This is on my blackberries. Okay, they'll fly in. They fly in for basically two reasons. Okay, they'll come into your garden to mate. I don't know if you can see them a lot, but there's a whole lot of them around there. Okay, they'll fly in to mate, to eat, and then to go off someplace else and and lay their eggs. That's them. They're mating. Okay, like I said, they're flying to mate, to eat, and this is on my grapes. Okay, they mate, they eat, and then they fly off into fields like this one, lay their eggs, and then come back and repeat. Okay, this is them on my apple trees. This is what they leave behind. Okay, they'll eat up the center part of the leaves and leave the little ribs behind. See that? Like I said, they eat the center part of the leaves and they leave the ribs behind. You know, it's like they leave the bones behind. I'm not sure if you can see them or not, but they're there. They're there for two reasons. Besides the mating part, they're coming up out of the ground to go fly and find food and mate, or they're coming in to lay eggs. That's basically what they do. They'll fly around an open field, like I said, like this one, and that's basically what they do. Okay, I think there's a few more here. You see that? They're mating, and for them it's an easy drop for them to go back into the ground. They'll dig into the ground and to lay their eggs. That's what these jokers do. However, in the meantime, they'll destroy everything you got that they like. We already know that they like apple trees. We know that they like grapes. We know that they like blackberry bushes. They eat a variety of things, even in my comfrey. They're in my comfrey as well. And I will be showing you the process as to what I do, but I want to explain a few things to you first, okay? Basically, with Japanese beetles, here's what they'll do, okay? When you approach them, I'm going to see if I can demonstrate that to you as well, okay? When you approach them, if you approach them from above, they're going to tuck in, drop, and roll, okay? So drop and roll is what they like to do. And when they drop and roll, they'll go down to the ground, they'll burrow into the ground so that they can hide from you, okay? That's just what they do to avoid predators, all right? And at the same time, at the end of the day, that is also where they go to lay down to get some sleep for the night. And that way they're away from the predators so that the predators don't get them. The other thing that they will do is that if they see you coming up from the bottom, they'll fly away. Okay, they'll go up in the air and in whatever direction, and that way they'll try to get away from you as well. Okay, but the key thing to remember is that if you're going to attack them, if you're going to try to collect them like I did and have a big pile of them like that, what you have to do is that you got to set a trap from underneath, cover up from over top, so that their natural tendency will be for them to drop and roll. And when they drop and roll, you got them. Okay, I'm going to show you what I do to prepare. Okay, here's what you need. You need a bowl. You need some dishwashing detergent. And I know what y'all thinking. Don, get away from him. He's no good for you. Yeah, Don, I got to be honest with you. Don, go away. I'm no good for you. Anyway, some of y'all get that. Anyway, you need those two things plus one more ingredient, and that one more ingredient is water. So you need about roughly I'd call it a tablespoon, okay? What I've found out is that if you give it anything less, that what'll happen is that they will, after you get them in the bowl, they will reanimate. They will try to get up and fly and try to get away. Okay. When I say get up, this is like after you're done, after you dump them on a table or a plate like I've done there. Okay. They will try to do their best to get away. Okay, I've just put some water in it. I don't like too much bubbles, but you really don't need too much water in it. In the field, as the bowl fills up with Japanese beetles, you can always add more water to it, okay? But the key is you gotta have sufficient amount of dish soap in there to kill them. Okay, Japanese beetles on goldenrod. Now watch, as I approach, it's gonna fly away. Well, they're supposed to fly away. It's not seeing me as a threat. That's pretty interesting. Okay. Okay, I think you saw how it flew away. That's basically what they'll do if they see me coming in from the top. I'm assuming this one figures that it has nowhere to go. Well, let's see what it does. I'm thinking it's going to drop. Nope, it flew away. Okay. That's some of the stuff that they do, which is to fly up and away. And like I said, the other thing that they do is like they like to drop and roll. You know, drop and continue rolling. Okay. This is more of them here doing their thing. Okay. That's more of them here doing their thing. Okay, so they're not trained. I can't get them to do what I'm trying to get them to do. So I'm going to start using the bowl to try to catch some of them. And let's see what we get. Okay, I'm going to try to do this one-handed. I'm not sure how much I can get for you one-handed. But all we can do is watch and see. Okay, all we can do is watch and see. And by the way, a lot of Japanese beetles will be harmed during the making of this video, okay? All right, here we go. One-handed. Okay. I think those are the only ones that seem to have dropped. Let's see if this one will do that. Yep, that's part of the dropping that they do. See that? That's part of the dropping that they do. Okay? Again, if you use their natural tendencies, they will drop into the bowl. The key thing to remember is this, okay? Like I just said a few moments ago. If you use their natural tendencies, you will catch a whole lot of them. A whole lot of them, okay? How do you stop them? Besides just trying to use soap and water to stop them, there are beneficial nematodes, okay? But with the beneficial nematodes, it's going to take a while to get enough of them in the ground to spread out over whatever fields you have so that whenever these suckers fly to an open field to lay their eggs, so that it's able to take them out. Okay. The other thing is, I believe it's St. John's milky spores. You see me apply some of those I think it was way early in the year. But again, those need to take their time to try to grow and multiply so that they can do their thing as far as attacking the Japanese beetles also, okay? Now, the thing about both of those is that it takes time, okay? It takes time for there to build up enough of those things in your soil so that it's able to take them out, all right? And I think it takes about 2 years, roughly 2 years, 2 summers to get those to get them built up into your grounds. You gotta do more than one application in order to get them to do the things that you need them to do to the larvae of these Japanese beetles. Okay, it takes time, all right. But the thing is that if you actually get the stuff out, like for me this year, I'm gonna do at least 2 more applications of the milky spores. And I'm going to see if I can do 1 more application of the beneficial nematodes. And for beneficial nematodes, you can look those up. There's a company that sells a variety of those beneficial nematodes, different ones for different type of bugs that you got. And I did buy some for the wireworms also. But again, it takes time for the numbers of those nematodes in the ground to build up, to get them into the ground to build up. And they need good warm temperature. They need good warm temperatures. And of course, winter may kill some of them, may kill a lot of them, which means that you may need to reapply the beneficial nematodes. But otherwise, with the milky spores, if you're able to successfully disrupt their life cycle, such as taking them out while they're still larvae underground and such, you should have much success for many years. That's where you don't see that many of them around. Okay, so and I think with the spores, with the milky spores, once you get that into the ground, like the beneficial nematodes, they'll last you for a while. Okay, but you at some point in time you probably will need to replenish. Otherwise, those suckers will try to come back. All right, so that's what I've got for you. Go to work at collecting them. And the reason why I'm not spraying I'm not spraying them like I did in previous years, is because in previous years when I would put soap in a spray bottle, the soap water in a spray bottle, and spray them, I would be killing my leaves also. I did a video, I think it was last year, stating that they're making me kill my trees. Okay, these Japanese beetles are making me kill my trees. And so this year, since I'm not spraying the soap water, the trees are doing so much better. But I'm just spending a lot of time chasing Japanese beetles around. That's the part I don't like. I have tons of other stuff I need to do, but chasing them around is not what I want to do. But I'm trying to do whatever I can to try to minimize the amount of damage that they do. Japanese beetles, basically, what can I say? They love to replicate. That's the thing about Japanese beetles. They love to replicate, okay? The whole cycle thing comprises of coming out, mating, doing that thing, laying eggs underground, and ultimately what do? Once they hatch underground, what they'll do is that they'll eat roots. Uh-oh, so I got storm coming. They'll eat roots of your grasses, of whatever it is that you have growing out there, and then once they surface, the cycle just keeps on going. The key thing is to disrupt that cycle, okay? The key thing is to disrupt the cycle. They've been here since, I think, 1916 is when they were first discovered here, and they've been wreaking havoc ever since. And my whole thing is, let's try to get rid of as many of them as possible, okay? That's all I can think of for now, but let me see what I can do as far as trying to show you my finished product, because this is not all that I normally catch in a day. I'll show you what I have caught I'm going to go work on them for about 15-20 minutes and see how many I catch, okay? I'll show you. Okay, this is about 5 minutes worth of work, and like I said, it can be very time consuming to fill this container all the way up, okay? And here are some of the experiences. Some of them will see you coming, they'll fly away. Others, they'll try to cling on even after you shake a branch, trying to get a bunch of them off. Some of them will try to be very stealthy, try to say, you don't see me. Do like cockroaches do, when you turn on the lights, you don't see me. And they'll try to sucker you that way so you can move on. But if you're persistent, you can get them. I had a lot of them do the drop and fly away thing, and I had some of them, like I said before, as soon as they saw me, they just flew off. You just gotta be persistent at them if you're gonna try to catch them like this. But like I said, it's gonna take time to get rid of them. So that's part of my battle. Y'all take care and be safe during your battle with the Japanese beetles. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Okay. Oh, by the way, that's something else you can do. You can also make sure that you hit the bell so that you can be notified whenever I post a new video. Okay, y'all take care. Bye.